Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Arun Thukral. I'm a life and a leadership coach, and in this video today I'm going to talk to you about what skills you need to put in your resume. Well, I'm sure you will agree that your skills plays a very important role when it comes to delivering a particular job, and that is precisely is looked in by the hiring manager or the interviewer when they are interviewing you basis the skills that you have mentioned in your resume. So no matter how much experience that you carry, no matter how much certifications and achievements you have, the interviewer is keen to evaluate you on certain skills relative to the job that they have identified for. A lot of time, a lot of candidates do not understand the importance and they do not even realize what skills they are mentioning in their CV while you are getting evaluated basis the skills that you have written. So the importance of skills is very high in your selection as a candidate for a given job. Well, in this video today, I'm going to cover all those important aspects wherein I'm going to share about what is the difference between hard skills versus soft skills, which skills that you should be putting up in your resume, how you should identify which skills fit you in that particular criteria, and also how and where in your resume you should be mentioning those skills, highlighting those skills so that the interviewer is going to look upon those skills while he is taking your interview or even thinking about certain questions that he is going to ask you. So stay tuned and don't forget to like and subscribe this channel because I'm going to share a lot of content in this video, and watch this video till the end because by the time you reach the end, you will get the full picture of the resume and the skill sets that are very common and most frequently used by a lot of candidates when they are targeting a particular job. So before we get into what skills we need to put in our resume, we need to first understand that what skills are and what type of skills that the interviewers are looking into. So skills are nothing but the ability to do things, the proficiency that you have built in over a period of time, either through certifications or through your personality. When you are going for an interview, the interviewer is actually looking for two important parts of the skills. One is called as the hard skills and the second is called as the soft skills. Now, what are hard skills? Hard skills are nothing but the technical proficiency that you have built over a period of time, either through certification or through training program or through certain courses that you have developed those technical skills. Now, these skills can include like building a software, or it can be a foreign language or something very related to how to run a particular equipment. While on the other hand, the soft skills are more personality traits. They are generally helpful in shaping your behaviors. And these skills include leadership skills, interpersonal communication, problem solving skills. While hard skills are teachable. Anybody can learn certain set of skills like how to repair a particular computer or how to write a code. While your soft skills are the ones which are difficult to develop and they require continuous training and development to help you to build your soft skills. Well, when you are applying for a job, it is always good to provide a mix of the hard skills and the soft skills which are relevant to the job, because that makes you the right and the perfect candidate for the given job that you have applied for. So if you think that you have developed those hard skills through various training programs and certifications, do bring in those elements relevant to the job that you have applied for, and also bring out those skills where you are very good at. Maybe you are very good at problem solving skills. Maybe you are very good at say for example leadership skills. So bring those elements in your resume so that when your interviewer is looking into your CV, he gets a clear picture that you are the right fit for this job because you have the right combination of the hard skills as well as the soft skills which are relevant to that particular job. In the next section, I'm going to tell you that how do you identify which soft skills you have in you that is innate to you, and you should mention only those skills which are relevant to your strength area, which are relevant to your personality. Now, in this section, we are going to talk about how to identify your best skills. Well, I'm sure that a lot of people do not know that what are they good at. In fact, they are more concerned about where they are not good at. Well, if you are writing your resume and you want to put your skills, you need to put your best skills. Now, the question is, how do you know that what skills you are good at and what skills you are at best? Well, I would like to say that go back to your experience and find out areas where you have done exceedingly well. Areas where your boss, your colleagues, your peers, your fellow colleagues would have given you feedback that you are really good at. So, in simple words, there are three sections that I would like to tell you where you need to think about it. Number one, look at all your rewards and recognition. Identify areas where you have been rewarded, recognized by your superiors, by your senior managers, because there would be certain areas because of which you would have been recognized. It can be target achievement, it can be helping a colleague, it can be that you have been very good with your customers. Now, in each of these areas, there is a skill which is getting reflected. It can be teamwork, it can be communication, or it can be high performance management. Number two area that you need to look into is talk to your ex-boss or ex-colleagues or peers. Why? Because they are the one with whom you have closely worked. And once you have worked with them, they know you in and out, and talk to them that where do they think that you have done well. They are the one who will tell you that where you are good at and where you are not good at. So talk to your ex-boss because he would have seen you from a point of superiority and he is your well-wisher to give you the best idea that where you are good at. Now, once you are able to look at these pointers, you would start getting a fair idea about that what are your core strengths, what are your best skills that you bring on the job when it comes to particularly soft skills. In fact, once you have that clarity about those soft skills, you know that what are you good at, and then you start putting all those areas in your resume which reflects who you are as a personality. Now we will understand how to list your skills on your resume. Well, I'm sure by now you would have understood that what are your best skills that you are good at. Now, it would be a long list, and it is not advisable that you put a long list on the resume. Number one, it will take a lot of space. Number two, the recruiters or the hiring managers would not have that much of time that they would go in detail about every skill set that you have mentioned. So what to do in this case? Very simple. What you need to do is first go and look into the job description that you have in your hand for the job that you are applying for. Number two, research the company. Understand that what are their value systems, what kind of behaviors that they are very keen to look into when they are searching for candidates. Now, once you have identified those areas, then think about what are you good at. And once that matching of skills happen, pick up not more than 4 or 5 skill sets that are relevant to the job and also that are your strength areas. Put that on your resume so that you are talking very relevant to the job that you are applying for. For example, if it's a sales manager position, the most likely thing that you may see on a job description would be that sales management skills, people management skills, communication skills, customer relationship management. Now, think what skills you are good at. So what comes to my mind is, for example, the skills that you can put on your resume would be strategic direction, team management, interpersonal skills, high target achievements. Go by these words because these keywords not only reflect your skills, but they are also useful when recruiters are searching your resume on a place like Google because they put the keywords. And if you have these keywords as a part of your skill sets, you will see that your resume will come on the top of the search engine. So basis this, you will be able to put across as a candidate who brings the right skill sets for the job that you have applied for. Now we come to the next part, and that is called skill section format in your CV. I'm sure by now you would have realized and understood what are you good at in terms of the skill sets. You also would have got a fair idea about what are the skill sets that the organization is asking for and what are you good at. And you have filtered those skills which are relevant to the job that you are applying for. Now, once you are all ready with those skill sets, now it's time that you need to create a section in your resume where you are going to put those skills, and so that those skills are reflected clearly in your resume, and that too on the top. So generally you would have seen that after you write your brief profile summary, just below that create a skill section format and highlight those skills that are relevant to the job. You may also divide that into two sections. One is hard skills or technical skills, and on the right side you can also create a section which is relevant to soft skills. Because as I said, if you have that technical expertise, you can definitely highlight a balanced mix of both hard skill as well as soft skills relevant to the job. Up to this level, a lot of people would have a common format. But what I'm going to tell you now is a pro tip. In this pro tip, what you need to do is when you write your achievements or you write your job description or the KRAs, that is key result areas, as a part of your job, highlight those skills in the form of sentences that you have been able to exhibit in your achievements or in your job. So for example, if you are very good in your leadership skills, highlight that how you have been rewarded because of excellent leadership skills that you have exhibited in your role. Or it can be that you are very good in languages. Highlight in your KRAs, that is key result areas, that what languages that you had to work upon and what is the impact of languages that you have learned has impacted the results of the organization in bringing the achievements in your experience. Now, once you are able to mix and match those keywords and those skill sets in your resume, in your experiences at different organizations, interviewer or the hiring manager would get a very fair idea and clarity that you do not only have skills relevant to the job, but you have been successfully applying those skills in your job on a day-to-day basis. So for example, let's take one more example. Let's say you have written one of the very important skills in your role is negotiation skills. Now highlight in your achievement section, let's say that you have achieved a big tender or a big order from a big institution. And that is where you highlight through excellent negotiation skills. Now, when you highlight these kind of words in your achievement section, it clearly correlates with the skill sets that you have mentioned on the top. Now, let me also put it this way, that there are a lot of people who make a lot of mistakes when they write their resume. Because on one hand, they write the skill sets on the top, but those skill sets do not match with the achievements or the key results areas in terms of their job responsibilities. And that is where, when a lot of people in hiring managers, when they read the resumes, they do not see the connect between the skill sets and the descriptions that they have provided below, and due to which a lot of good candidates, in spite of their successful track record and higher skill sets, they are not able to impress upon the hiring manager, and their CVs sometimes do not get shortlisted. So if you pay attention to this particular section and correlate the skill sections with respect to the description that you're writing, you would be able to fetch and you will be able to create an impact on the hiring manager or the recruiter that you are the right fit for the given job. Now I'm coming to the section where I'm going to talk to you about which are the most popular and frequently used skill sets in the resume section. I'm sure when you look into a particular job, you can very well identify which are the hard skills which are relevant to the job, and you apply accordingly. But when it comes to the soft skills, a lot of candidates are not too sure which skills that they should add so that their resume become attractive and become more relevant to the job. Well, my first advice is that you should definitely go through the job description, which is relevant to the job that you are applying, and basis the skill sets that is required in the particular job section or the job description, you list down the skill sets which are most popular. To my mind, the number one skill that any recruiter or a hiring manager would be looking into you is the communication skills. How expressively, how effectively you are able to express your thoughts and views so that the other people on the other side can understand you well. The number two skill is listening skills, because everyone wants that person should have very high listening skills when they are going for a particular job or how they perform in a particular job. The number 3 skill, which is highest in demand, is interpersonal skills. That how much attention that you are paying to when you are talking to others, how much respect that you are giving to others while you are listening to their viewpoint. The number 4 skill sets, which is again very popular, is called as leadership skills. How do you take forward the work that you have done? How do you finish the project from beginning to the end? And how do you lead a team when you are in a particular job? So this is something that people would definitely look into, that is leadership skills. Then comes the next skill, that is problem solving skills, because this is something that everyone is looking for, because in any job, no matter wherever you are, problem solving skills become one of the most important skills, because how you encounter problem and how you solve those problems is something that the hiring manager would look into any good candidate. The next skill set is time management. Not only from the beginners, but to the top people in the organization, the biggest challenge is time management. So if you are very good in this particular skill set, do mention as excellent time management skills. How do you prioritize your work? How do you make your work more effective? And how do you meet deadlines within a specific given time that is given to you? These are some of my thoughts that I thought of putting across to you in the most common skill sets that are relevant to a particular job that you are applying for. But in the end, I would highly recommend that it is case-to-case basis. You still have to look into the job description, understand the requirement of the job and the organizational culture before you put these skills. Once again, I would like to reiterate, re-emphasize and push this point that skill sets are one of the most important part of your resume, because every interviewer is actually looking out the skill set in you. Do you have it in you? Do you possess those skills, whatever you are claiming in your experience, whether through achievements or through the experience that you are carrying? If you are able to fulfill those things in your resume as well as during your interview, you are able to exhibit those skills, you will be the most sought after candidate. You will be one of the most successful candidate in the interview process. I'm sure this video would have given you some insights. This video would have given you some picture of what exact skills that you need to bring in, how to identify those skills, where these skills come from, what are the skills, everything I have covered now. If you still have any question, feel free to write back in the below comment section. And of course, don't forget to like and subscribe for more share, more reach of this video to many people who can be helped. Thanks a lot. Thanks for watching me. Thank you.